everyone. Welcome to My Chamber TV. I'm your host, Barbara Marvell Kelly. It's great to have you with us today. You know, we are the heartbeat of the community, and we give you a platform to really see what's going on in our area. Well, could I say excited any more than being surrounded by chocolates by Michelle? Good afternoon, my dear.
Hello.
It's so great having you here and bringing all these goodies to show what's happening in our community.
I make a lot of it.
I know, and you've been doing this for what, 30 years?
30 years.
30 years.
Yep.
How exciting is that? Michelle actually has been in the community. Actually, you're in the Pasco County area, right?
Yes.
And Michelle has been making chocolates even when I was raising my kids up in that neck of the woods. And Michelle has really become a household name. She's been on major talk shows. She's been covered nationwide for her chocolates and her innovative ideas on really being creative and custom with your chocolates. We have several segments that we're going to feature Michelle in today. It's kind of like a special pre-Christmas, pre-Thanksgiving, because you know it's gift-giving time.
Right.
So what we're going to do is share with you a hometown story on Chocolates by Michelle that's going to be featured in It's Your Home magazine coming up in the next issue. So congratulations on that. I'm going to turn the floor over to you, my dear, because you have a very interesting spin, a different little twist on how you got into this whole business.
Well, 30 years ago, I quit smoking, and I saved $2 every day I didn't smoke. I don't know why, but I went to the bank every day with $2. And I gave them my $2. Bank tellers made fun of me. And what had happened was a friend of mine wanted to go into business. It was going to be chocolates, gifts, and flowers. 3 women under the same roof. And we were just going to go with it and have a day off. We were going to have our own money, everything. We went to SBA and we asked, how do you start a business? And they thought it was a great concept. They said we needed $10,000 to start and another $10,000 to stay in business. And I was so excited. I said, where do I sign for the check? And they go, no, it doesn't work like that. You got to go out and get the clients.
Oh, okay.
And chances are no bank in Florida would fund a chocolate store. It would melt. So what happened was when we left there, my girlfriend says to me, Michelle, it only takes $2,500 to start a business. My husband was a retired fireman. We had no money saved. And she says, what about your cigarette money? And I go, that's my money. I wouldn't give it to my husband, my kids, nothing. So we wound up going out, finding cheap rent, bad location. And I opened my first store with my cigarette money. The guy from SBA was right. You needed money in the bank to stay in business. And 2 weeks after I opened, I was sitting there crying. Somebody came in, I don't remember if it was a man, woman, angel, whatever it was, came in and said to me, why are you crying? And I said, SBA was right. You needed money in the bank to stay in business. And I had used my $2,600 to construct the place. So they said, what about advertisement? And I go, what's that? I was green, naive, and didn't even know what that was. So we talked, and then they said, if you know what a reporter, that's called free advertisement. So I called. The only reporter I knew at the time was Jan Glidewell, told him my story. He says, not really, I can't do a story. But then he asked, how did you start your business? And I was angry, and I go, I used my cigarette money. Well, if anybody knew Jan Glidewell, that was perfect. He says, look, lady, wear something colorful. If I like your story, I'll be there Monday. And I made a whole table of chocolates for him. And when he came in, he saw everything there on the table, and he wrote this phenomenal story on me. Aww. And I told my husband, who was retired fireman actor, that I wanted to go on the Johnny Carson show, and I wanted to have a major magazine do a story on me. And 2 days, well, he told me, you've been spending too much time in the chocolate shop. Who wants you? It's melting your brain. But 2 days later, John Rayback from Murphy in the Morning called and asked if I wanted to appear on his TV show. And I said, you're not Johnny Carson, but I'll take it.
Oh, see what you think about, you bring about.
Yeah.
You set the vision, you set the intention, and look where you are today.
Yes.
This is so exciting. Well, you know, I have to ask you, when you gave up your smoking, that was probably one of the most difficult things you did. Why did you do that?
I was basically afraid that I used to get up in the middle of the night to have a cigarette. What I was afraid of, I wouldn't wake up and I just have that cigarette. And it was August 29th, 1980. And I finally said, you know, it's my husband's birthday tomorrow. I'm going to give it up. And I took my last puff and I went like that with the cigarettes, and that was it. And it was the last time I had a cigarette. And it's 30 years that I have not smoked. And yes, it was difficult. I tried the no cartons, no changing my brand. I had a little fake cigarette called Easy Quit. And I was smoking. Everybody knew me, you know, from bingo, different places. How's your no smoking? And it was like, I take out my little fake cigarette that was just inhaling. And that was it. And I did cold turkey.
That is like a real message here. And
Yeah.
look what you did. Look how you were rewarded.
Yeah.
I think Jan must have been an angel. You know, things happen for a reason. I know that is a cliche that sometimes can be overused, but you know there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
That's what happened in my life. And I talk to so many people as a life coach. You know, you hear so many different stories, and when you hear those success stories, it shows the tenacity of someone believing in themselves. And you knew you were going to develop this.
When a few years back, a man came in my store and he says to me, you don't know me. He says, but you remember Jim from SBA? I said, yeah. He said, when you left that day, he said, he pointed to you and he says, you see that girl? She's dead fish in the water. She ain't never gonna make it. He said, Jim is dead now. He says, but I had to come back and tell you.
Oh my goodness.
So, you know, I guess, you know, when somebody tells me I'm not going to make it, I probably work really harder to do it.
Yeah.
And it's been challenging, you know. I'm over on Little and Ridge Road right now, and it's actually my 8th move.
Wow.
5 locations.
Wow.
And I was in the mall for a while. I was down on Main Street for Grand Boulevard for a while, and by the Carrabba's where Outback used to be. And in the early 90s, I added on a cappuccino, dessert, and ice cream parlor because chocolates and ice cream and desserts was such a good fix. But, and I moved it to downtown. Well, I was dying a slow death. So when I went into the mall, my loan officer, Ken Hubert at the time, said to me, I'll loan you the money to do the mall with the nice candy cases and everything, as long as you don't take the coffee. The coffee was bringing me down. And back in the early 90s, nobody knew what cappuccino was or espresso unless they were
Sure.
Italian.
Right.
You know, so it was a difficult thing because it was before Starbucks. Starbucks came here, and they didn't even want to be here back then. And then they moved in, you know, probably around the 2000. But I did it.
You did it. You
You
did
know,
it.
I loved my coffee shop and everything because prior I was a caterer. I used to be a caterer in New York. So.
Well, it sounds like this is your calling.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're customizing everything. Wait till you hear some of the things that we're going to be talking about in our show today, because we're pretty much dedicating it to Michelle. You know, I love hearing stories, and I know as a viewer you love hearing stories, especially real, authentic stories that are gut-wrenching and make you feel hopeful for maybe a situation or a dream that you have that you would like to develop and bring it to fruition. That's what I love. When I had heard about a little bit about your story from Debbie Dawson, who is about ready to launch her TV show, It's Your Home TV. She does a magazine in the community. My husband and I write for it. And she was telling me, hey, how would you like to have Chocolates by Michelle on your show? I go, are you kidding me? Absolutely. So sharing your story is just, I think, the perfect time, just the week before Thanksgiving. It's gift giving time, and who doesn't love to be surrounded by chocolates? But these aren't just any chocolates. I mean, we're talking about decadent, we're talking about a little taste of everything that you can possibly think of. White chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate. I mean, you have the nonpareils, you have, wait till you hear what we're going to be talking about in just a little bit. And we may just have some things in the future coming down the pike that will even be more fun for you, and we'll keep you posted, so you'll want to stay tuned in for that. But I have to commend you for believing in yourself and, you know, just putting this all into a perspective to where you can give other people hope as well. And I can't wait to read your hometown story, because I know Debbie dedicates a hometown story. And what's really great about Debbie Dawson, who is the editor and owner of It's Your Home magazine, is when we come back for our break, I want to hear the whole Cash Mob story too, because you know what? In trying times, we all are looking to find the best ways to market ourselves, to market our business, our product, or whatever. And that's one of the reasons why I love My Chamber TV, because we give you a platform to come on and talk about it. You're a member of the Chamber, right?
Yes, I am.
Which one are you a member of?
Both.
Oh, are you? West Pasco?
And Trinity.
And Trinity.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that when we come back and how that's helped you and everything. And just stay tuned. Call some friends, go to Facebook and post Chocolates by Michelle has invaded the studio here. And I'm not kidding you, invaded at mychambertv.com. And you'll want to definitely take a look. We're going to be going through and describing all the different possibilities, which are totally infinite, with Chocolates by Michelle. So stay right where you are. We'll be back in just a minute or so. No, actually, it's about 2 or 3 minutes, isn't it, John? And we'll take some time for some housekeeping. And when we come back, I don't know, do I dare even test a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
The last several years have been confusing and trying for homeowners. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group was there before the housing crisis, during, and we are still here now advising people of their options and helping them choose the best financial solutions for their family. You do have options, and today's market promises lots of opportunities. We have found that there are a lot of questions out there and misinformation, and we want you to know we have answers. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group, providing solutions today for a better tomorrow.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now.
I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Hi, I'm Derek Brooks, former linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. During my NFL career, I realized the importance of giving back and started my foundation, Derek Brooks Charities. We help Tampa Bay youth prepare for a successful life through our college prep and mentoring programs. Our goal is to see youth excel academically and develop strong characters and be better citizens for tomorrow. To further our mission, we've teamed up with Fun Night, a company that gives members access to thousands of nationwide discounts on products and services they buy every day. These include entertainment, retail purchases, dining, and travel. Best of all, 33% of every membership fee goes to the charity of your choice. We love being able to save our supporters money while giving them a unique opportunity to support our charitable work in the community. I invite you to consider using Fun Night to save money and give back to your favorite cause. Visit www.funnight.us to sign up now and get a free 30-day trial. Save money, help others with Fun Night, and support Derek Brooks Charities.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to My Chamber TV. I'm your host, Barbara Marvel Kelly. With me is Chocolates by Michelle, and did she ever bring a vehicle load of chocolates with us? I am so excited to have Michelle in the show today because her hometown story is just so endearing, and how she quit smoking. And little did she know, by quitting smoking, it actually helped her save up, go get a loan from the bank to open her business. This was 30 years ago. Now, I have to say, I can't say congratulations enough because I love hearing these stories. Don't you? Do you have something that you've been dreaming about? Thinking about maybe opening up a new business or following that path that you didn't maybe years ago? Well, maybe now you can. Let Michelle motivate you right here on My Chamber TV. It's our platform in the community to really give exposure to some great success stories and even those up and coming. And we bring this show to you through WeBeam TV. Very, very exciting. Now, we were talking about that whole history, the whole story about you quitting smoking just before we took our break. Now, I would really love to set this segment up and talking about what makes your chocolates different than others that are out there and why you have built such a plethora of molds over the years.
Well, when I first wanted to make chocolate, like I said, I was a caterer, my prior occupation, that I wanted to make a hollow chocolate cup to put chocolate mousse in it. And I saw somebody with it. I said, oh, I tried that once, it didn't work. And they sent me to somebody, and I did buy that first mold and a pound of chocolate. I was hooked. When I opened my store a year later, I had 800 molds, all different novelty things. Because when I look at you, I think of what can I make for you? Like lights, camera, action, the clapboard, all of that I can do. But now I have over 10,000 molds. What we do, anything from, and you could see some of the things, but we do logos. We do different logos for people. This is Merrill Lynch, this is Deeb's. We can do customize. I had a dentist call me, and they're my best customers.
I bet.
Oh, I don't know if I can reach
here.
This.
Let me see if I can get up. We're tethered here.
Yeah,
there you go.
This one here was so neat. This wasn't a special thing, but what was so neat about it, it was a tooth on a surfboard that it was, and we did the printed ribbon. It was the doctor's logo that they wanted without doing a logo, because that's a special price.
Right. How cute is that?
Then we do a plumber.
Look at this.
We make toilet bowls. Toilet bowls. And yes, if you're going to ask, we do have a mold for you know what. We can do that with or without nuts. So,
and look at this. I fell in love with this. Nail polish.
Nail polish.
How
Yeah.
cute is that to give as
Yeah.
a gift to your nail tech as a little gift? And these chocolates are so tasty. And I was asking Michelle during the break about their content and why you use these particular chocolates and everything. But you have a great story to share on the little teapots.
This is a little teapot we made for a wedding favor. And when the girl came and picked it up, she literally cried. It had her printed ribbon, which we do in the store. So it was just so beautiful that she literally cried when she picked it up.
I love that.
This one I was telling you about.
this is a great
turkey.
story. I love this story.
So the turkey. I was traveling to a Chocoholic weekend up in New York, and it was on Thanksgiving Day. So the ticket agent says to me, "Oh, you're going to miss your turkey?" I said, "Turkey? You want turkey?" And with this, I pull out turkeys. And I handed it to him, and he says, "Let me have your ticket back." I didn't think anything. I go on the plane. He put me in first class.
I love it.
Before 9/11, every time I traveled with chocolate. 9 times out of 10, yes, I did get bumped to first class. Cruises, I'd say, my room doesn't have one of those little windows in it. They'd move me to a balcony, dinner with the captain.
My goodness.
So chocolate talks.
It does talk. Well, you know, when you stop to think about it, I mean, that's one of my vices is chocolate. It soothes the soul. It takes you off into a moment of ecstasy, just savoring the flavor of a good chocolate. Now, I've had some chocolates that aren't so very good, and I know the difference. And that's what I love about your chocolates, because they are different in that the novelty of them, but also you mentioned something about the, what was the word that you used? Not the molds, but how you work with them. And I would guess that would be pretty major in how some of the chocolates differ from one another.
It does. Everything we do in our store is either milk white dark or peanut butter chocolate.
Oh,
peanut butter chocolate is good too. And one of the specialties in our store are these trays, which are phenomenal. That has our potato chips, pretzels, Oreos, and cinnamon caramel popcorn, which is another really good item. They ship well. You can see I'm holding it like that, so you can turn it upside down. It's the way we package it. That it's a wonderful item.
Is that like a shrink wrap?
It is.
Oh, that's great. That's really a good feature, too. So by the time they get to their destination, they're not going to be jostled around in there. Perfect. Love this.
This is a lot of our stuff is made with, boxes made out of chocolate. So this is truffles, and then this is the box, and we hand do the different detail of it. You eat the truffles, and then you get to eat the box afterwards.
I've never
so
heard
there's
of
no
that.
waste.
That is no waste. Let me see. Look at this. Look how cute these are. These are truffles. And every single one of them, all different. And I want you to see this box in itself is not a flimsy box.
No.
So it's strong enough to actually hold the chocolates. And then after you eat all the chocolates, I don't know if I'd want to eat the box. Look how cute that is sitting around. You can fill it up again with chocolates. It's adorable.
Even the turkey and the cornucopias. The turkey is actually hollow, somewhat hollow, and we stuffed it with popcorn.
Did you really?
Our cinnamon caramel popcorn, which is, again, really good.
I have had this. I actually won this at one of our Women Helping Women at June's meeting.
Okay.
This is so tasty. No, seriously, your chocolates, all of your products here, you have to eat it very slowly. And when you savor that flavor, you're going to come back for more. And while we're talking about that, just for a second, I have a question for you. Is there cinnamon in that?
Yes.
I knew it. Yep. Oh my goodness, this is so awesome. And it stays fresh too. I'll tell you, because I still have mine sitting by my computer. I hide it from my husband.
Uh-oh. This is what started me on chocolate.
Oh, yum.
When I used to cater, I used to give out to my clients, I used to give strawberries because all the cakes and the cookies I used to buy from really good pastry shops up in New York. But the strawberries have been my thing. So we make the milk white and dark. Valentine's we do in February, February is berry special.
Oh,
and we
yes.
have a good price on our strawberries.
Yum.
So, and
Ooh.
then we also have kiwi today that I dipped. We have
Look
some
at
kiwi.
that. I've never seen that done before.
We do bananas. We do bacon. Bacon is good.
Bacon and
Yes.
chocolate?
Yep. And
Seriously?
Yep. Pineapple, bananas. We dip almost everything. Last year, we had a pickle company that wanted us to dip pickles in chocolate.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Was that from somebody that was expecting?
No, we've done that too. But that one was an owner of a pickle company.
Oh, my
A local
goodness.
pickle company. We also do gift baskets. We do our tower boxes and stuff. A lot of our gift baskets goes to charities. We are involved in a lot of charities. And they give them out, and they'll either give us their container, like Regional Medical Center. They'll give us their overnight bags, and we'll make it into it. We used to do chairs.
Chairs?
Beach chairs.
No kidding.
Yes.
What'd
and
you fill
we'd make-
those with? How did you?
It was a regular chair.
Yeah.
And we'd make it into a basket.
Wow.
Yes.
You've done
So-
everything. I can only imagine being in business for 30 years and all these different innovative ideas that you've come up with, and over 10,000
molds.
Different molds later. My goodness. I can't even imagine. How big is your store?
My store is quite small. It's only 1,500 square feet.
No kidding.
And we have a refrigerator freezer that doesn't work, so we use it for storage. And one whole wall is full of molds. We used to be in a 2,000 square foot, but where I am now, it's a little in Ridge Road. We've had construction. You asked me about Cash Mob. When I moved in, I only had a small budget, which cost me like 5 times more to get the place ready. And Cash Mob came to me, and they spent that day $665, which went for my neon sign, which I now have. Cost more than that.
When
but
was
yes.
this?
Cash Mob, I think, was last, I want to say November, maybe?
I think I remember
Yes,
about then.
yes.
Debbie Dawson with It's Your Home magazine does this Cash Mob. And
Right.
basically what it is a group in the local community gathers together, and they come, and nobody knows where the business is until
To
that
mom
day.
and- yeah, mom
and they
and
come with a
pops.
$10 bill and they spend it. And they spent that with you. This is how
Yeah.
amazing our community is.
What people don't understand, in our business, the chocolate business is very varied.
Yes.
So we're busy, usually the end of November, December, January, we're dead. February, we pick up. We used to do a lot for Easter, but I think the box stores took over Easter because you can get a bunny rabbit like this in a box for a couple dollars.
Sure.
If you wanted in my store, a big bunny rabbit would cost you more. And what the people don't understand is our business is maybe 4 months. The other 8 months, you know, who doesn't come in because their kids are off from school and they're not going to come in and
Sure.
get chocolate?
Sure.
Because then they have to buy it for everybody, you know?
Sure,
And
sure.
it's like we go from the gifts, the thank you gifts, the referral gifts, grand openings. We do. If you have a funeral, these trays are great to give as a nice, you know, sorrow gift. But I try to tell people we're like a florist. We do everything but the flowers. So
well.
we ship, we deliver. So you name it, we can do it. And then if you say to me, Michelle, I want this, you know, a little special, you know, whether it's like the hairdresser things or that you want to give to your hairdresser or to your doctor, we can put a aspirin or a Band-Aid or a stethoscope in there. So that's what all the different molds came from.
Wow.
And a lot of hotels will use us. Weddings, the wedding favors that we do are phenomenal.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
It's already time for another break, and I could sit and talk about chocolates all day long, but it is time to do a little housekeeping. And I'm glad that you shared that story about the Cash Mob, because I you know, here at My Chamber TV, it's really about sharing what's happening in our community and how everybody really picks each other up and sees who has some needs and how we can help each other, and that's really what it's all about. We're going to take a brief time out. When we come back, we're also going to talk about the importance of being a member of your Chamber of Commerce. We'll be back right after this.
The last several years have been confusing and trying for homeowners. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group was there before the housing crisis, during, and we are still here now advising people of their options and helping them choose the best financial solutions for their family. You do have options, and today's market promises lots of opportunities. We have found that there are a lot of questions out there and misinformation, and we want you to know we have answers. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group, providing solutions today for a better tomorrow.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now.
I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Hi, I'm Derek Brooks, former linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. During my NFL career, I realized the importance of giving back and started my foundation, Derek Brooks Charities. We help Tampa Bay youth prepare for a successful life through our college prep and mentoring programs. Our goal is to see youth excel academically and develop strong characters and be better citizens for tomorrow. To further our mission, we've teamed up with Fun Night, a company that gives members access to thousands of nationwide discounts on products and services they buy every day. These include entertainment, retail purchases, dining, and travel. Best of all, 33% of every membership fee goes to the charity of your choice. We love being able to save our supporters money while giving them a unique opportunity to support our charitable work in the community. I invite you to consider using Fun Night to save money and give back to your favorite cause. Visit www.funnight.us to sign up now and get a free 30-day trial. Save money, help others with Fun Night, and support Derek Brooks Charities.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonati created, perfected, and patented the Bonati spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonati invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonati spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonati succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to My Chamber TV. I can't stop smiling here today because I had to taste this absolutely decadent strawberry covered with white chocolate. If you can take a look at this, check this out. Look at all the thickness of that chocolate. These are chocolates by Michelle, and can I tell you, they are juicy, tasty, and to die for, really. I can't wait for you to get yours, and I want Michelle to share with us where we can get a hold of you, number one, because I'm sure the people are wanting to know all that and get their orders placed. Where can they get a hold of you, and how much lead time do you need to place a special order?
The sooner the better, because Christmas is just around the corner. We put you on our calendar. So if you want something, everybody wants it fresh. Yes, we make it fresh, but we put you on our calendar where we know what we're doing, and then we make it for you. Mostly everything we do is made to order, so that, yes, you do. Shipping, too. Shipping, you want to get out in the beginning of December or the end of November, and we hand deliver. So if you want something delivered, we do charge for both delivery and shipping, so you can let us know.
So, I mean, you are like this full-service chocolate house. I love it. So if we call you now, we can get an order before our Christmas holiday gets here, and they get a hold of you through, what's the best way? Through your phone number or website?
My phone number is 727-849-7502. You could also contact us by, if you want my cell, I can even give that. But my website, you can email us at thinkchocolatesbymichelle@verizon.net. I check that daily. So,
perfect.
yeah.
That is so perfect. And I would guess that if people want to come in and take a look at your mold wall, your wall of all of these chocolate molds, I don't think anyone is going to have a problem.
We sell also candy supplies. We sell the chocolate for those that make their own. We sell molds for them to buy, and I do classes.
Now, where do you do the classes?
Right in my store, in the back, right in our kitchen.
Is there a cost for the classes?
Yes.
Okay.
They are $25. And you walk away with 1.5 to 2 pounds of chocolate.
What?
Last week I did one at someone's house. It was a girls group that get together every month, and we went to their house, and it was phenomenal. It was 18 girls, and they had a blast. They had their little wine and their cheese.
I want to do that.
Yes.
I would definitely want to do that.
A lot of fun. You will love it.
That sounds like fun.
Fudge, we do peanut butter cups, Nutella, marshmallow cups. We dip all the different things, the fruits, the dry items. We do strawberries. We do grapes. We do bananas sometimes. We do bacon. We do Rice Krispies, potato chips, pretzels, Oreos.
And the potato chips are actually in these. Now, I want to talk to you about price. First of all, I want to mention to you that look at how this, if you want to have this shipped, you can have this shipped, and it's going to all end up in one piece. You're not going to have to worry about it being all jostled around when you send it out. But you've got the chips in this. You've got the chocolate and cinnamon and wonderful. There's two different kinds of chocolates on the popcorn, right?
Three.
Oh, there's
Milk,
three.
White, and dark.
So you put all three on those.
Yes.
I've tasted those. I actually won these at a Women Helping Women meeting, and oh my goodness, were they incredible. But now, what would something like this tray cost?
This one starts out at $39.99, and we can go up to $59.99 depending on how much is in it.
Okay.
Our smaller ones start at $29.99, and they can go up to $39.99, the small 10-inch. This is a 12-inch. Then we have a 16-inch that starts at $69.99 to $129.99.
So you've got all kinds of price ranges. We were talking about that you really feel that your pricing is very moderate for a quality chocolate, correct? That is really I mean, where do you start? I mean, think about it. If you are looking for some kind of custom novel design to maybe say something about your business, or maybe you have a special event coming up, maybe you want to have little for place settings. You were saying that these little turkeys have been used for place settings with
Yes.
name cards and
Yeah.
things like that. You put a little slit there. These little turkeys. How cute is that? Now, this little turkey, what did you say was under $2?
$1.79.
$1.79.
Yeah.
This is solid chocolate. And oh my goodness, is it ever creamy and yummy and decadent? I tell you, to taste it and to see myself, I would not think twice about giving it as a gift.
Right.
You always want to give something that is good and of quality. And when you can sort of separate your gifts from average gifts, that really sets you apart as a gift giver too.
And that's what we do by customizing it with a mold that we already have. If you're giving something to the hairdresser, the nail tech, or your doctor, like I said, a lawyer, we can add something in there that depicts that occupation because we have so many. Firemen, my son's a fireman, my husband was a fireman. We do fireman things, we do everything.
That is
you
so
know,
wonderful.
policemen, you know, we make guns, we make all kinds of stuff. So.
You have this one chocolate here that you wanted to talk
What
about
these,
as well.
what these here are, these are candy bars, and we can customize it to whatever you like in it. So if you want nuts, macadamia nuts, fruit and nuts, almonds, well, this one, we did a charity event for 4 years with Carson Kressley, and he was the MC for the Pediatric Cancer Foundation, and we actually made a Carson Kressley candy bar, which has our potato chips, pretzels, Oreos, and the popcorn in it. So he really liked it. Anytime he took pictures, he took it in front of my table because we did a pre-dipped dessert table. That was
Nice.
for charity.
Nice.
So we do a lot of that. We do the chocolate fountains also. So yeah.
These are heavy.
Yeah.
What does one of these weigh like?
I don't know the weight, but the price of them is only $10.99.
Get out.
Yeah.
For all
So-
that, you
with
should
the-
feel how
with the-
heavy these
yeah,
are.
and that's with a sleeve. That's the cover. So
Now this looks like milk chocolate with macadamia.
we
this
do
one,
milk, white, dark on the table.
Oh, yum.
So-
What's all in that one?
That one there is fruits, cranberries, almonds. So
yum.
yeah.
Wow. And like 10 and some change, $10 and some change.
$10.99.
But this is like custom designed chocolates
We
by
could
Michelle.
put your logo on it. We do
Nice.
for Deborah Diaz. We do her logo. She's a lawyer, and we do the printed ribbon with her phone number and website.
Nice.
So yeah.
Very, very
And
nice.
she gives them out to a lot of events that we do and networking.
Yes. And you remember that. You really
Yeah.
do remember that. Now, you were talking about some of the celebrities that you've just kind of rubbed elbows with here and there, buying your way through there with your chocolates by Michelle. I don't blame you. I really don't. Like, give us some examples.
Well, wherever I go, when I travel, I bring chocolate. So I've met Dan Clark. He was a football player that wrote that movie, Puppies for Sale, with the last movie Jack Lemmon did. I've met Preston Bailey, Sylvia Weinstock, Martha Stewart had my strawberries.
Can you believe it?
I've met Joy Behar from The View, and when I was in their audience, when I went to New York, she says, I know you, who are you? And I go, Chocolates by Michelle, I got more chocolate for you. And she was telling Barbara Walters. I've done chocolate for Rosie O'Donnell. I've met Regis Philbert. All these different people. I just take chocolate with me and I hand it out like my business card, which I could do that too.
And what a great way to be
Yeah.
remembered. Chocolates by Michelle, great tasting chocolates, customized chocolates. If you want something that is totally different than that is out there in the marketplace, and you can get chocolates anywhere. You can get the high end, the low end, but can you really get customized? And that's what you pride yourself with, is customized chocolate. That's what makes your little niche so different than anything else. And from what I understand, not only do you have the 10,000 molds on a wall that you can choose from,
in the back,
but you can also custom create a
Yes.
new mold.
What's nice about our chocolate, and when we give these trays out, so many people tell us that the clients that they give them to actually call them up and thank them. It's not like a tin of popcorn
Yeah.
or something that, or a box store item.
Right.
that they went the extra mile. And if you want your name printed on here, saying what company you're from, we have the ability to do that. In our store, we have a machine that will print your logo or your ribbon to say Happy Holidays or whatever.
I love that.
So it's going the extra mile for your clients.
Right, and especially for events that are happening, graduation, weddings, like we were talking earlier.
Quinceañeras.
Yes, I mean baby showers, things that things that are really near and dear to you. What about a 25th year anniversary, 50-year anniversary? Somebody just graduating, or even a special event that has happened that's different than anything else in someone's life. You know, we do have the holidays coming up. This turkey cracks me up. Do you know that this turkey actually is stuffed with
the popcorn?
My favorite popcorn. Imagine that. Where do you get that turkey? Oh, how do you slice this guy?
Well, you'd have to break it up. You know, to eat it, but that'd
darn.
be I know. It'd be a nice centerpiece, but what's really neat about it is that we made it because we have one client that gives it out, and they didn't want it solid, so we make it hollow, and that's a 3-piece mold.
Really?
That actually made 3 pieces together.
Wow,
look
at that. So what would something like this cost stuffed with popcorn?
That particular one is $115.99.
How fun is that to have sitting on your
and it's
dining
like
room
4.5 pounds of chocolate.
That's a lot of chocolate.
Yeah,
so you
it's
figure
4.5.
out what a pound of chocolate is, multiply that 4 times. What about the darling Christmas tree? This is dark chocolate. Look at the little nonpareils.
Like the snow.
How fun. Now, what would something like that cost?
That one would probably be, I didn't weigh it, maybe like $15.99. The little box ones, these here say Merry Christmas. These would be about $9.99. Then we also do birthday cards.
See that?
So, you know, if you want a
Customized.
birthday card or whatever.
I know.
We do.
It's fun.
You know.
Well, we're going to take another little break here, and when we come back, we also want to talk about adult chocolate.
Adult chocolate.
Be right back after this. You have
Send
to
the
stick
children
around.
away. No.
The last several years have been confusing and trying for homeowners. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group was there before the housing crisis, during, and we are still here now advising people of their options and helping them choose the best financial solutions for their family. You do have options, and today's market promises lots of opportunities. We have found that there are a lot of questions out there and misinformation, and we want you to know we have answers. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group, providing solutions today for a better tomorrow.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now.
I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Hi, I'm Derek Brooks, former linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. During my NFL career, I realized the importance of giving back and started my foundation, Derek Brooks Charities. We help Tampa Bay youth prepare for a successful life through our college prep and mentoring programs. Our goal is to see youth excel academically and develop strong characters and be better citizens for tomorrow. To further our mission, we've teamed up with Fun Night, a company that gives members access to thousands of nationwide discounts on products and services they buy every day. These include entertainment, retail purchases, dining, and travel. Best of all, 33% of every membership fee goes to the charity of your choice. We love being able to save our supporters money while giving them a unique opportunity to support our charitable work in the community. I invite you to consider using Fun Night to save money and give back to your favorite cause. Visit www.funnight.us to sign up now and get a free 30-day trial. Save money, help others with Fun Night, and support Derek Brooks Charities.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of your community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville, and with me happens to be Chocolates by Michelle, with Michelle, designer extraordinaire when it comes to novelty, when it comes to quality in chocolates. Great innovative ideas as we recapped in this last little segment here. Just to go back, in case you're tuning in for the first time, Michelle started her business as a result of stopping smoking over 30 years ago and saving $2 a day, putting it in the bank and saving it up. And then this is the end result of all of that. How fun.
Yep. It's been a fun 30 years.
That is so
and
amazing.
Smoke-free for 34.
And smoke-free, and with a business where there is never, ever any waste. How can you beat that, right?
That's it.
I mean, you put smiles on people's faces. I know
do.
I still have them smiling from my white chocolate-covered strawberry. Oh, my goodness. And you know what? You don't skimp on your chocolate.
No.
For example, we were showing these boxes here earlier. The boxes are even made of chocolate. So you can fill them up again, or you can eat the boxes. And I mean, they are really thick and strong. So that is fabulous. A tree saying season's greetings. How fun is that? But we wanted to also share a couple of stories with you before we do that about some additional novelty chocolates. I just learned during the commercial break, because there's so much chocolate here, for all of our origami owl lovers, Helena Tringata. Here you go, Tinkerbella. You can give this to all of your customers for the holiday season, and you're still good for doing deliveries. What's your cutoff date for placing orders?
Well, I want to say if they want it made and delivered on time, the sooner the better.
The sooner the better.
But we've worked as, you know, we are open a half a day on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
We close at 3 o'clock.
All right.
And people can still get chocolate every day. They walk in. Our store has a lot of chocolate.
I was just going to ask you that.
Yes.
So if we didn't get a custom order, we can certainly come
Shop
and find
right
a
there.
great gift
Yes.
idea
Yes.
to give as a gift, or
Yes.
to keep for at the house when you're entertaining and things like that. Speaking of entertaining, okay, that's a perfect segue. We were talking about all the different novelty items that you have. I mean, from soup to nuts. Right. I mean, you even have a lights, camera, action clapboard, right? You have done so many different things. You had a little lipstick. Oh, you know what else? We have the hard-boiled egg here in chocolate. And real quickly, can you tell us a story on the brain?
Okay.
The brain chocolate.
So we even make brains, okay? Ears, brains, false teeth, we do it all. My grandson, Michael, came to me last year when he was still in high school, and he said, I got to do something for my class. So we decided on doing brains. So I showed him and his 2 other friends how to do everything. I didn't do a thing. I showed him, they actually made the chocolate. And we put the little bit of blood vessels in there and then the chocolate. And inside we filled it with peanut butter. We filled it with caramel and nuts. And when he brought it to his teacher did not believe that he did that. And I said, you have the teacher call me. He wound up getting an A. But I didn't touch it because if you're going to do this and get graded on it, I want the child to do it, not me.
Absolutely.
And that's what happened.
And you're teaching him good values with that.
That's right. And we also do, like this summer we did the camp. We do camps and stuff where we go and do the chocolate, and it's all hands-on.
How
it's all
fun.
hands-on.
That is.
They actually do it. I show them how, and then they do it. And it's
fun.
amazing how, when I show them how they've changed. We have kids that come back for their birthday parties 2 and 3 times. And then they leave there saying, this is the best birthday party ever.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
I mean, what kid doesn't love chocolate? What human adult doesn't love chocolate? Okay, speaking of adults, you have adult chocolate?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Because of religion and children, we do not keep it out. You have to basically ask me if we do the chocolate. And yes, we have molds for just about every body part there is.
That's very interesting.
And we did do a class, and it was so much fun. The girls had a ball, and it was kept really fun. It's a fun thing.
Now, in your classes, what do you charge?
The $25.
Okay.
And if I go to your house, it's between $30 and $35.
Okay.
Or your, a place of business or whatever. We've done team building. We've had Chili's there. We've had Grow Financial. We've had Moffitt, where we've gone to them where they'll have a group of people or a reward for them that they did a really, really good job, and this is what their company rewarded them with.
Wow.
Which is a lot of fun.
That is really neat.
We call it team building, where they get to play with the chocolate. And what's more fun than that and rewarding? And then they take home the chocolate, which is between 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of chocolate.
That's a lot of chocolate.
Yes.
But the experience, experience is really very rewarding and something that obviously they would never forget. I would think that's almost therapeutic.
Yeah.
After a long, stressful day and you have, let's see, going home and listening to the nasty stuff on the news or going to a chocolate making party. I would go to the latter.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, and you can, when you come to my store, if you want to bring some libation, you can. And it's even more fun.
Of course. I can tell chocolates, organic red wine.
Yes.
I'm done with that. That's awesome. Now let's tell everyone how to get a hold of you again.
I am Michelle Polisi from Chocolates by Michelle, Little and Ridge Road. And that is where the Hobby Lobby is, the new Walmart marketplace is. Just come in there, and we're next to the dry cleaners. My phone number is 727-849-7502.
Perfect. So think about it. If you've had the chocolates before but haven't tried Chocolates by Michelle and you're looking for something that's novel, something that's different, if you want to put on a spread on holiday seasons, birthdays, or whatever, or give a great gift-giving idea that's really personalized and customized, you're going to be able to follow Michelle with her wall full of over 1,000 molds. But it doesn't stop there. If you have an innovative idea that you wanted to have Michelle actually create for you, she's available for that as well. So just keep that in mind. And I tell you, I will be remembering this flavor from those chocolate-covered strawberries over there. Oh my goodness, forever. Thank you so much. We're going to have have to have you back again, and maybe you will be part of our It's Your Home TV show with Debbie Dawson and so much more. Michelle wanted to actually do some recipes today, so maybe you might want to get a hold of Michelle if you have some special requests. You can write me at barbara@mychambertv.com, and we'll get our heads together and come up with really something bombastic.
We do the apples. Caramel apples.
Caramel apples. You've got to show this. Oh,
yeah. That one is a white
that.
chocolate one. It's filled with caramel, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. Yeah.
That is
and then it has
huge.
nonpareils.
Oh, I can't.
It kind of looks like a snowball.
It's almost too pretty to even cut open into.
And talking about snowballs, Sharina, one of my assistants, she makes snow globe out of chocolate. We do Christmas balls.
Oh, I have to
Beautiful.
come over to your store. You know what? It's time for us to say our goodbyes. I could sit and talk about chocolate all day long, and there's plenty to talk about, isn't there?
Oh, yes.
You are such a delight. You're going to come back again.
Good.
All right, perfect.
Thank you.
I'm coming to your store.
Call me.
And you
Call
call
me.
her if you're looking for great chocolates, great ideas, something that's yummy that you can savor the flavor. Call Chocolates by Michelle. Thanks for being with us today at mychambertv.com. Next week, we are all taking the week off to celebrate gift giving, Thanksgiving, and you name it with our families. And we want to wish you a very blessed Thanksgiving. Be safe and love one another like there's no tomorrow. See you the week after next. Thanks for being with us.